This is a Danger Entertainment podcast. DangerEntertainment.net, Danger Entertainment Network podcasts.
Hello everyone and welcome to day 2 of our Gen Con Pathfinder 2 special adventure, playing through Jason Bulmahn's The Fall of Plaguestone with our party of adventurers here on the Danger Club podcast. Hope you enjoyed your first day of the con, or of whatever you did with your Thursday. Did you go to the shops? Did you go fishing? Did you get a list? Look at me.
Where are you going with this, Dan?
No one's going to answer you, man.
What? I mean, literally, looking around the room, like most of us were looking at rules or looking at the
not there.
First rule of radio, man. Pretend you're talking to one person.
I did want to say this is the second day of the second edition.
Oh, it is.
Double twos.
How are we finding Pathfinder 2nd Edition from our first wolf-based adventure?
Pathfinder 2 is deadly. It's so painful. Ow, I got hurt really badly.
It's dangerous.
I mean, it is. I mean, you know, I was my character's next to useless in that fight, but I still really like the system.
Yeah.
Actually, I stand by. Yeah, the action points and things like the magic missile. It makes sense. If you want to just stand there and go pew 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 with your magic missile, you can do that. Or if you want to do something else, and there's a lot more flexibility.
I very much enjoyed it. It was good. You got straight into it, didn't you? That's it's high on action and octane from the offset.
It's pretty full on. So we defeated some wolves. That was quite exciting.
Just wow. We defeated Sick Wolf, Wagon Wolf, and then what was the other one? Sick Party. I mean, Bubba got 2 of those wolves. He was quite happy with that.
Yeah, you did pretty good on them.
How's everyone looking?
Teed you up for that, bro. We all teed you up for that.
Well, the first one you didn't.
I mean,
really.
yeah, I did. I literally, that was the
like,
first one to score any hits against it. So
I mean, like there was.
I mean, I did. So
in game, Bubba and Brim are getting on quite well.
Yeah,
out of game, Scott and Colin.
It's that old thing again. Old Scollin.
I thought it was Colette.
Cot.
Scott.
Scollin.
Tweeters.
Scollin and
if you've got an idea on that. Also, what I wanted to say was that spell slots. So, you were talking about expending a spell earlier, Colin, and in the previous episode.
Yeah.
But actually what you have is available spells to you. So you could cast that one spell, let's say, 3 times? How many spell slots have you got? I've got 3 as a sorcerer.
I think you have 2 level 1 spells and you have like 1 that has to be something else.
So if you got 2...
That's right, yeah. So I've got 2 level 1 spells and then like a focus spell.
Your focus spell.
And are they... that's right, I've got a little focus spell as well, due to my bloodline. So that's spell slots, isn't it? So you could cast potentially the same... You could cast out of your 2 spells, you could cast the same 1 spell twice because you could.
You're a spontaneous caster.
And I actually got a spell with because Bubba's a bard. I actually got a spell as well because I've actually got 3 level 1 spells. Actually.
Cool.
So because I got 1 given to me.
Nice.
Which is nice.
Remember, there's different spells known and spells per day.
Sure.
So you get 2 spells. The way it's worth saying about focus spells. So some of you have got focus abilities.
Just to shout out who's got that one. I've got 1. Colin, you've got 1. Anyone else got any? No, because you guys aren't spoken. Okay, it's me, Colin.
So a focus ability is a special ability that you can use. It costs a currency called focus points. Basically, your focus point, you get 1 for every focus ability you have. You can have a maximum of 3. So you will all have 1 focus point. You spend the focus point to use the ability. The way you regenerate focus points is you rest for 10 minutes, or you take 10 minutes to refocus yourself. So they're kind of like, it's a resource that replenishes quicker than spell slots. So you can be a bit more free with using those, because anytime you're out of combat, you can just get that point back. So it's pretty much a once per combat kind of ability.
Quicker even than a short rest from a different franchise.
Yes. No short rests in this. It's got long-term rests.
If we're gonna, I've got definitely something that Brimbo wants to do. If we're gonna leap back into it, unless anyone else got any other points.
I don't know. I thought we could talk around it a little bit more. I wasn't done listing things people could have been doing today.
Now, when it comes to your important question. When it comes to your hit points, like how do we get those back?
You rest,
So
or you have a healer in the party.
Which we don't.
No. So
you do
gonna
sort
be
of. Kind of.
Okay,
Yeah.
we're going to see about that. But we're
I
going to be doing
assumed there was a healer, so I didn't take
Future.
any healing stuff. I
To
don't
assume
know.
makes an ass out of you and the Danger Club.
Yep, that's exactly what's happening.
Let's
Exactly what's
have an adventure.
Yeah.
So we're picking up back on the woodland trail. You've just defeated a load of these nasty wolves, and
Okay. Now,
the wagon crew are beginning to sort of realise what is going on. A dwarf from the front of the wagon crew.
I'm just going to step in.
Okay.
You'll understand why.
Okay.
Uthgar looks around, his sword goes out, he looks at Bubba,
Oh,
and he
no.
nods, and then he collapses face down on the ground. He is
yeah.
on no hit points.
Oh, because his rage has ended.
He's on no hit points at all. He's not on a
Zero.
minus, so
Okay.
go about it again.
So, you now have the dying one condition.
Jesus.
Yeah, it was a real bad first game, I'm not going to lie.
Oh dear, that's pretty tough. Would anybody like to try and do anything in the? We'll sort of effectively stay in rounds then. In that case,
Sorry, that's why I jumped in, because I was like...
nope, that is the right thing to do.
Brimbones was already getting out his healer's tools.
Okay.
We sat cross-legged in the wet ground to start patching himself up, sees Uthgar collapse, rolls his eyes, gets up and goes over to him. Gets out his tools and stuff, his little chirurgeon little box. Takes a little a pinch of some herbs he's collected before, because as a feat that I have from my herbalist background, I've got natural medicine, so I would use nature instead of medicine to treat these wounds.
Right.
So I get a few bonuses from that. I get a bonus from the healer's tools as well. So I guess now I make a check
So
against
it would be
the
a
DC.
I think you're making a medicine check, are you?
I'm making but it's a nature check.
What is the
background.
what is the action? So you're trying to stabilize.
I am treat wounds on. Oh wait, hang on. Do I have to? Okay, fine. Do I have to administer first aid? Do I have to do that first? If he's got the dying one condition, do I have to do that?
Any action that gives him hit points will take him out of dying.
Oh, okay, that's very interesting then, because then that completely rules out the point of doing administer first aid if you can go straight to treat wounds, which gives you hit points back.
I can't tell you right now, but let's go with whichever. Let's
Okay,
go
cool.
whichever is quicker to keep this game moving.
I'll go with treat wounds. So I think the DC is 15. It says here. But
Okay, go ahead.
And
GM
while he's
discretion.
doing this, Kivan sees him taking all his sort of herbalist business from nature and goes, "Oh yeah, I was thinking about studying a bit of that myself, actually. Thought about getting into it, but haven't quite. I'll just have a little look at what you're doing there, mate. You know,
Brimbones,
very interesting.
Brimbones hunched over Uthgar and barely acknowledges Kivan's words. The blood's in his eyes, and he's sweating and shaking. He definitely can't get it. It's a whole it's a 12 total to that roll.
A 12 total, so you fail. You fail to you fail to patch him up.
You'll be pleased to know, James, that that a failure for treat wounds doesn't actually hurt you. If I'd critically failed that, you'd have taken 1d8 damage, and I might have killed you.
The bungling doctor. Yeah.
So, are we staying in initiative rounds, or can I have another go at doing that to myself or somebody else?
Okay, so the way medicine works, you've got the one that it treats wounds, which increases hit points, and you've got the one that is sort of first aid, which stabilizes. The reason you would do first aid is that it costs two actions to do it. Treat wounds takes 10 minutes. So it would give him hit points and so take him out of stabilize, but the chances are you would have bled to death in that time.
Yeah, so you want to use
So
the
that's
other one
why
to
you use
stabilise.
first aid is your triage that
Okay.
gets him back, and then you can spend some time treating wounds to get him back on there. So
What would you? So yeah, how would you want me to? Do
so
that
you've
then?
we did the same. The DC is the DC for it is 15 plus their plus their current dying condition.
Okay.
So the DC
to
was
roll for that?
16. Go ahead, go on, give it another roll. So DC 16 medicine check. Nope. Okay, that does not do anything. You try to patch him up, but you do not succeed. Would anyone else like to jump in and try anything?
Stand back, fellows. I will heal him with my chemical mind. Jam Jam, fetch me my vials.
Jam climbs up, just pulls a vial from one of my bandoliers.
Which you could have got really easily.
Yeah.
yourself.
I mean, do you get to undo your fly when you go to the toilet? And
Also, Jam Jam can speak as well.
Okay.
He can speak common.
What?
Wow. Okay.
So I'll give it up to Dan on
No,
how to voice
I think
it.
we're all of a mind that we don't want Jam Jam to talk. That's enough.
I'm looking forward to hearing Jam Jam talk.
And then I make a elixir of life.
Okay.
And I've used one of my infuse agents. I have one left for the day. So let's hope we don't get in any fights. And
Jam Jam makes an elixir. He hands it to you and says, "Father, why did you make me able to feel pain?"
Quiet, Jam Jam. This is not the time.
It's an argument they have all the time. Just every day.
You get 5 hit points back as I pour the elixir into
There
your
we
mouth.
go. No need to roll to stabilize.
What is my purpose? You fix dying barbarians. Oh my god.
Uthgar's eyes flick open and he looks at you and Jam Jam. Uthgar thanks you.
You're welcome, fellow friend.
So you have defeated some wolves, and I can tell you, because of this, you all gain, if those of you who haven't put it on your sheet already, you all gain 1 hero point. So you now have 1 hero point.
Oh.
A hero point can be... Did somebody go and just write that on there? and
Yeah, I
assume?
already did it.
Yeah.
Mate.
That's
What?
fine.
I had one anyway, so now I've got 2.
Yeah, all right.
Character creation, yeah?
All right, you've all got... If you didn't have one already, you've got 1 now. So a hero point allows you to re-roll 1 dice roll. So you can spend that hero point and then you can re-roll it. You gain, or if you have more than 1, you can spend all of them to immediately wake up while you're dying. So to immediately stabilize and wake up, I think, on 1 hit point.
Okay.
And how many can you have in a day?
You can have up to 3 at a time.
And how long do you have to spend them? When do they burn away?
They burn away. I mean, it depends on how you play it. In the rules as written, they burn away at the end of the session, so they only last for the session.
Okay.
But the way we play on the podcast, that may run slightly differently. But yeah, till the end of the session, you keep them, and then they reset to 1, which is pretty fun. It means you get to use them a bit more.
Cool. Are we out of combat rounds now?
Oh yeah, you're out of combat.
Yes.
Great. Brimbone would like to hop on the wagon. He sees Beelzebub. He's said nothing this entire time when he's been shaking and sweating over his healing tools. Just puts a thumbs up at Beelzebub when he forces that elixir down his neck, climbs back on the wagon and tries to treat wounds on himself with his shaky, sweaty, bloody hands.
Okay, you spend 10 minutes trying to patch yourself up.
And Kivan follows him up there and watches what he's doing. Oh, I see what's going on. Now you're going to try and do it on yourself.
Kivan's
This is
really
fantastic.
optimistically like expecting the healer of the group to be really good, and Brimbone's just sweating and shaking, and there's blood dripping off his nose. And he's
You're doing
failing
a
at
great
it.
job, mate. Keep it going. Oh dear, that's a shame.
What's your rolls?
Is that a critical
Really
fail?
looks like that might
Oh,
be
it's just another
painful.
7.
Okay.
So the DC on me is, I imagine, 15, isn't it?
Okay,
Which
yeah.
gives me a 12.
Okay, so
I think it's fair. I mean, you said he was sweating and shaking with a bit of blood. How many hit points are you on, Scott?
1.
Imagine if Brimbo just... I think respect for trying to attempt this when you're basically dead.
Imagine if you fail. Imagine if Brimbo went into the back of the wagon and just killed him. Just opened the artery.
That was the last anyone ever saw of Brimbo.
Kivan would like to. Excuse me, anyone else out here in the caravan got any kind of heal? This man over here has been trying to heal himself. He's looking in quite a bad way. I don't really have the skills myself, but I wondered if maybe there's some kind of doctor or healer in the house. Any clerics out there?
The dwarf who leads the caravan and his second in command, a huge female half-orc, come running down with a couple of the other teamsters. They've all got some minor injuries, but they look just about all right. The half-orc looks at all of you and goes, "Oh, you guys look rough."
Yeah, mate. We
Yes.
are not doing very well, son.
Couldn't
You
do
know
a
what I
little
mean?
bit of a, fisticuffs.
You better take these. She hands each of you a lesser healing potion. 1d8
Oh,
points
that's
of
mate.
healing.
lovely. Thanks for. I mean, I don't really need it right now. Does anyone else want it?
Brimbone looks at the potion, looks back at Beelzebub, who made his own potion, sees the abundance of potions, looks back at his healing tools, rolls over, puts a hand up in the air, and goes to fucking sleep.
Our time's ending. You're like an old rancher looking at barbed wire.
So is it 1d8?
It's 1d8 healing, yes.
I rolled an 8 on that one.
I rolled a 7.
I rolled a 4.
I rolled a 3, so 2E, doing me
Let's call the whole thing off.
The half orc looks at the wagon. Gonna take some work to pull that out of off the rocks. Anyone feeling strong?
Yeah, actually, I am at the moment.
Yeah.
I'll help you out, mate.
All right. So anyone who wants to help try and pull the wagon out, it's an athletics check.
Yeah.
Oh,
Okay.
fantastic.
Uthgar just shields his sword, walks
ca-
out
yeah,
the back of the wagon, grabs it with both hands.
Yeah, I'll help
Okay.
out with that
With
one.
slightly renewed vigour, Brimbo, who's got a little bit more healing in him, uses this time as they're pulling the wagon out to try and treat wounds again on himself.
Okay.
Whilst he's doing that, Uthgar got 20, a dirty 20.
A dirty 20. Okay, that's a success.
I got 13, Bubba did.
A 13 and
14
and
from
a 13 and a 14.
Kevan.
Okay, it's starting to move, but Uthgar's the only one really who's making any headway on it.
I will help too.
Beelzebub jumps in.
That's an 18.
An 18 Beelzebub, and the extra help pushes the wagon back off the rocks and onto
There
the
you
road.
go, mate.
Oh, well
and
done,
it's running
team.
again.
Round of applause. Clap yourselves on the back, lads. We've done well.
See, if we all pull together in the same direction, then we get to our destination.
This man knows how to
Don't
speak
we?
the truth.
Yes.
The dwarf claps his hands together and says, mates, you've done a fine thing here today. If I weren't for you, this wagon train would never have made it to Etron's Folly.
Well, we haven't got there yet, mate. Come on. Let's get there before we start, clapping each other on the back and that, all right?
You make a good point. But when we get there, I'm buying all of your dinner. It's the least I can do today. I tell you, Dallin Battlestone always helps those who help him.
Bloody hell.
He claps Keevan on the shoulder, since you look like the one most able to survive being clapped on the shoulder right now. And
You're a strong one, aren't you?
you make your way back to the wagon, and the wagon train begins to. You get back in the wagon, and the wagon begins moving away again. Brimham, did you succeed in triaging yourself?
Whilst you guys have been pulling the wagon, you hop back on it. A few minutes later, you just hear a cry of "Yes, yes, I am a genius." Brimbo comes out with sort of bits stapled to him, and like bits. He's feeling better. He's feeling a lot better. There's like patches of blood, but it's dried. He's looking a bit more peaky. He's all right. He's okay.
Is there like bits of leaves and stuff stuck?
Yes. You've applied this dirt and you mashed this berry together. You put it inside your gum. It really, really
That
hurts.
is absolutely fascinating.
Oh,
What kind of berries there?
Oh, Brim, leaf it out. You see what I did? Because you got leaves on the...
You
Yes, I see.
Just just for any of the Dangerlings who listen to our other podcast, well, our actual main show, Dallin is Fulton's brother.
Yeah, heard that.
Ah.
Nice little Easter egg there, Dan.
Interesting.
no one for you there.
I mean, is it an Easter egg if you point it out?
Literally,
Yeah,
we did
it's
an
still
Easter
an
egg
Easter
hunt
egg.
with my daughter. I had to point every egg out to her. So yes. I mean,
It's still
Yes.
the egg is still there, isn't it? The Easter egg is still there.
You just point at it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just saying, there
just
it is.
pointing at it. That's-
Yeah, James.
Yeah.
James.
Tweet us, James.
Do
joining the queue, guys.
He's getting in line.
Do actually tweet us.
Big up, James.
Do more tweets than James. You specifically.
So about half an hour later, as the sun has set, you finally arrive in the village of Etron's Folly. Etron's Folly looks pretty run down as far as towns go. It's got one tavern, a sort of feed house. It's called the Feed Mill. You can see you pass lots of fields of which appear to be growing turnips. Turnip seems to be a fairly major crop in this part of the world. There are trees around there. They don't seem diseased, but they seem kind of like they're shedding leaves. They don't look in a good state. And you also notice that about half the village appears to be empty. There's lots of empty houses here. Sitting in the very center of the village, in the main square, is a huge grey stone. Big sort of table-like slab with an indentation on two sides of it. So it's got like a little bowl carved into one side and a little bowl carved into the other side. It is now heavily overgrown with moss and vegetation, so whatever it is, it looks pretty old. There are people milling about. Most of the activity seems to be happening around the feed house. And as you pull up, the dwarf hops down and says, "Look, I've got to go and secure some of the trade contacts that we've got here. But Tamil, who's the Tamil the half orc, she's got some money on her. She'll buy around the drinks for everybody.
Oh, it sounds great, mate. Fantastic.
Yeah, cheers.
Giddy up, mate. Let's do it.
How long has it taken us to get here?
It's taking you half an hour.
In that time...
Do you want to make some more treat wounds checks?
Yeah, Brimbone's got it now. He's got his twigs, he's got his mud, and he comes grinning towards anybody else who might be injured on the wagon. Who else is badly hurt?
Let's go. Puts up his hand.
Yeah, I
looking pretty
could
bad.
do with a little bit.
I probably can't have a go on 2 given the time lapse.
I'd go, give it to your man. I'm all right.
Very well. Uthgar wasn't conscious when Brimbone failed his first save, so the amateur surgeon comes back towards him with like homeopathic remedies and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Now sit back and just put this in your mouth. No, doesn't seem to be gelling with your strong constitution. Every time I try and put this here, a muscle overlaps and pushes my needle out the way.
I mean, after you've finished, Uthgar just rather dismissively just brushes the mud and the berries that you've squished ineffectually into his wounds out of it, and no.
No, very, very well, very well. Looks like you could be healed.
Is that a root berry? Is that a root berry you use there?
Stop looking at my things.
Sorry, I was just trying to. I'm just trying to learn.
Whenever I fail, you're looking over my shoulder.
No, I know. I'm sorry about
grassy
that.
head thing.
Sorry, I'm just trying to become a better person. You know.
Well, sorry, I didn't realize I was interrupting your self-care routine. Sorry.
Well, I mean, you know, I want to help out. That's all.
Really off-putting.
I could be your nurse.
You seem like a nice bloke
If
to me,
you're like
Irvine.
a doctor, I could be your nurse. Would you like that?
What, you some kind of nurse?
I mean, I could. Yeah, we could just be doctor nurse for now if you want.
It sort of sounds like role play.
And then we can move up to doctor and a bit of a joke.
So there's a hierarchy
All right.
in role play. I see it.
Yeah.
I won't lie. I did a little vomit in the back of my throat just then. But I will think on your kindly, if ill-mannered suggestion.
Hey, quite all right, mate. No problem.
All right.
He taps him on the penis.
Is that a feat?
Penises are not feet, James. Penises are not feet.
If we've learned one thing today.
Yes, yeah.
Would you like to know what happens in this village while you're busy?
That'd be nice. Yeah.
It's all gone very boys' locker room in the back.
You make your way into the feed mill along with the other members of the caravan. You've got along with you. You've got the old cook, who is an elf. She's been along for the ride. You've got a gnome who looks after the horses. She's called Galunda Grapeleaf. She's part of it. She's got green hair. She wears a green cloak. An Ulfa with you as well, and Tamil, who is the half orc. You all make your way into the feed mill, which is busy tonight. As you can see, there are lots of folk here. They look like simple folk. They look like farmers. Looking around the room, you can see there is a bar behind which is standing a large woman with dark hair tied back. She's youngish. You can see a couple of staff moving around serving drinks. There's a man serving drinks and a woman serving food. They're pretty much all human. However, you catch sight briefly of a goblin as a door swings open to what you think is a kitchen. You can see a woman in an apron back there cooking, and you see a goblin back there as well. Seems to be working. He kind of pokes his head out, looks at you, and then darts back into the kitchen away from you. And then the rest all pretty much just seem to be farmers standing around, getting drunk and enjoying the evening. Would you like to do anything in particular?
Was I right in thinking that he's going to buy us dinner?
Yes, he has promised to buy you all dinner,
Brilliant.
and Tamil has some money to buy you all drinks.
Then Uthgar just heads straight for the bar.
Yeah.
Gets the drink offered and
Grab a
goes and
drink.
sits himself down at a table and just drinks.
I think Kivan will grab his drink and head over to the other gnome lady and say, "All right."
Okay.
The chap who just spoke to us, who was that?
The person who just spoke to you, the dwarf outside?
Sorry, no, the one that last spoke to us. So the one on the wagon.
That probably was the dwarf. Dallin Battlestone. Before you started talking about touching penises. What did he say? What did he
The last one on the wagon, who was part of the wagon to address us.
That probably would have been Dallin Macleod.
That was the brother, yeah.
So is he coming to the tavern with us?
No. Like he said, when he last addressed you, he said he was going off to finish to sort out his business,
Okay, cool.
and to go and have a drink.
Then I'm going to ask any of the wagon members about the rabid wolf that we saw. If I go over to anyone that's there.
Okay. You ask around the wagon members, but none of them have ever seen anything like this before.
Interesting.
It is,
I have a bit of a chat with the gnome lady. Say, all right. So you've also got green hair. It's nice. Mine's also green.
I do.
Yeah. No, whereabouts are you from?
Oh, I'm from the first world, I suppose, technically.
Well, yeah, I guess we both are, aren't we?
We're from the.
Yeah, technically speaking, that is where we're from, aren't it?
We've lost our homeland.
Yeah, I know. It's terrible, that, isn't it? But check it out. Got a little bit of this left. He goes like, strains a little bit, and he gets some blue shades come through his hair and his beard, and his skin turns slightly blue as well. And he goes like, and gives her a wink.
She strains a bit, goes, "Arr!" And her eyebrows kind of flicker pink, like static.
Bloody hell. Nice. It's been a while since I met another chameleon. High five.
One of the one of the farmers staggers past with his drink. Just freaks.
Oh dear, we'll have to deal with him later, but not right now. Not right now.
Not taking the DM.
You know what I mean?
She shrugs. She goes, "Oh well, first world problems." Lengthy set up for that. Meanwhile, at the bar,
God almighty.
I love your character. It's so fun.
Kevin is a star. Up on the stage, a man with yellow hair in bunches and a tightly trimmed goatee, wearing a floppy shirt, steps out holding a lute with only 2 strings on it, and says, "Hey, welcome to music night here at the feed mill. I'm Flunk the Bard." That's right. Nice to meet a fan. This one is the song I call That Song Flunk Knows. And he starts plunging away on the 2 strings. It's not good. Hey, asshole. All right, I'll play something different. He starts playing the same song, but in a different key. Can you play in a different key with 2 strings?
Hey, my friend, you with the instrument.
His name is Baba.
Yes.
My name is Baba.
Hello there, baby.
No, you're saying it wrong.
Yeah, he's saying it wrong, Beelzebub.
His
name is Baba.
So I say your name right. Get mine right. Come on.
Baby.
I'm not having a go. I'm just saying.
Sort of feels like you're doing it intentionally at this point.
Yeah, man.
Baba.
Yeah,
Why do you
not
mock him?
No, I was saying you have a musical instrument.
I do have a musical instrument. That is correct.
Please.
It looks like a ukalanjo.
It's actually a banjolele.
Tomato. Let's call the whole thing off.
You got any potatoes?
What? Brimbone's completely not prepared for this question.
At this point, Keyvan comes over with a turnip in hand and goes, "Look at that! Turnip for the books, eh?"
Do they do...
You on the stage.
Yeah.
This Tengu is going to battle
name is
you.
Baba.
Yes, baby. He is going to battle you.
Well, Bubba, why did you get up here? Show me what you got.
No, I'm not... Look, I wasn't prepared for... I'm not saying I'm going to battle. Why are you putting me up for battle?
I think it'll be. Yeah, go on. Baba.
All right.
Go on, mate.
There's only room for 1 bard in this town.
Oh, is that right? Yeah, that sounds like bard talk. Because if you want to battle, that's a real thing. You know that.
Oh, you want to battle?
No,
you
no,
want
I'm
to battle?
saying...
He kind of backs up into some of the farmers like they're his homeboys, but they're kind of vaguely, they're just not really into it.
Bubba backs up into his crew, and they're all behind him, aren't you?
Yeah.
Oh, yes, mate, absolutely. I'm beneath you, but yes.
You got 2 strings, yeah?
You want to loot off?
I got 4 strings.
It's not a string competition. It's a loot competition. He takes out his lute and starts playing. That is a 7
Okay.
on his perform check.
Yeah, mine's a 20.
Ding, 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 ding.
Bubba,
Now get your loot and take yourself to the table. I'm not going to kick you out, son. Do you know what I mean? Like, we're just bards together, innit?
Oh, he killed you with kindness there. Oh, it's even worse. How'd you do that?
You still got to have love. Do you know what I mean?
Oh, it's like worse than if he had kicked you out.
all of
Make
the
you feel like
farmers
shit.
are going, that guy, they still haven't learned your name yet. But
Baba.
Bubba.
Oh, forget it. Listen, Flock, I got love for you, son.
It's Flonk.
Oh, and you were talking about someone getting your name right. Oh, you suck, Bubba. Oh, wow.
I need to rethink my life.
So, Flog. No.
He throws the loot on the ground.
Don't do that.
You've got love for him?
Yeah, I got love.
99
Never should have
problems,
been
but a
an
flunk ain't one.
No, Flonk, don't chuck this away. I pick up the loot and I hand it back to
Okay.
Flonk and say, listen, what are you grateful for, mate?
Nothing today.
Nothing. You just lost a battle, but that doesn't mean you haven't lost the war, does it? You know?
You're saying I should kill you in your sleep.
Right, maybe you shouldn't be a bard. You're getting everything you twisted here, do you know what I mean?
It's just a game.
Don't hate the
Just a
player.
loot game.
Don't hate the player, mate. You
Yeah,
know what
don't
I mean?
hate the player, just hate the loots.
Listen, my friend. There has been attacks on many people as they go through the war.
There's been a text.
No, I said attacks.
Oh.
Yes, by wolven creatures known as
Wolves.
wolves.
I mean,
they were wolves. They were clearly wolves.
Oh, yes, that's right.
Wolven creatures. And one of them was foaming at the mouth.
At the mouth?
Foaming at the mouth with Ashard.
Whoa.
Yeah.
We did. I did tell you what that
And
was.
his ass was hard. Is that what you said?
What are you saying?
What are you saying?
I'm asking what he's saying.
Oh, right,
That's what I'm
sorry,
saying.
yeah.
Have there been many attacks like this before?
No.
Oh, all right.
Never heard of any wolves. I think it's crazy talk.
No, they literally just killed them all.
Well, then we don't have to worry if you've killed them all.
Well, I mean, we didn't kill them all.
Some
now,
of them
did
run
we?
away, like...
There's a few left out there. Let's be, come on. Let's talk straight.
What should we do about it?
Whoa. You're not joining us. That's not how this works. We barely met each
we
other.
are just talking to you. Goodbye.
Yeah, goodbye.
Flonk, see you later, mate.
Flonk takes his loot and just kind of slumps over in the corner of the room at a table by himself.
Hey, wait, actually, Brimbo goes back over to him and goes, actually, Flunk, I have actually got...
No NPC gets away in this.
I picked up some healing abilities on the way here, and Brimbo pats his bandoliers down and goes, oh, actually, doesn't look like I've got anything for sick burns. Oh, you suck. And then walks away.
Bubba's just in the background, like, flexing with his banjolele.
Oh.
Yeah.
Dallin Battlestone returns from his business after a little while. You have a few drinks. You get to know some of the caravan.
Dallin,
few
me
a bit
old
better.
mate.
Can
How you
Battlestone
doing?
drink, can he?
Hello there. Oh, Battlestone drinks. He has a table
Yeah, he
reserved
drinks.
for you, and he says, this is one of my favourite places. I come here all the time on my tours, but with the troubles happening in the north, don't think we're going to be coming back this way again. I think I'll be heading home to Highhelm.
Troubles in the north.
I'm glad to be able to have some of the turnips once again here. The trouble's in the north, with the Whisper Tyrant back. It's just not safe to be doing business up there.
Is that right?
Nah, that's right. I never would have left home if it weren't for my little brother Fulton anyway. We Battlestones, we're not natural people who leave Highhelm. It's not in our nature, but a few years ago he left to go seek his fortune. And I gave him my axe because I thought, well, it's not for me, this fighting lark, is it? But I thought, you're a merchant, Dallin. You can't just sit around making things. Sometimes you got to go out in the world and see it. And so I've been spending a few years traveling around, and I get to meet people like you. So sometimes it does pay to leave your homes. Eh? He said, it's to the bard. The bard goes,
got to say I agree with you there, mate. Absolutely.
Yes.
Always stay on your feet, going out and meeting people, getting experiences. It's one of the most important things you can do with your lives, I think. I almost accidentally settled down at one point. That was a terrible mistake. I can tell you, I had a little farm I did with this halfling lass. Beautiful she was. Knew I was punching against my weight. Breasts almost as big as she was. Anyway, she ended up leaving me for this half orc fella. I got into a terrible depression. But I was still in my youth then. I was only 50 years old, so thought I'd get out and see the world. And I can tell you, it's reaped its rewards, mate. It really has. It's been incredible. Some of the characters I've met since I've been out. Sort of nomadically wandering about. I met an interesting lass actually at one point. She was I'm not sure if I can get through this.
Brimbone just interrupts and goes, "I'm sorry. Did you say you were punching against your weight?"
Is that not the right turn of phrase, mate?
I mean, I don't know, but then you said breasts very quickly afterwards, and now I don't know if you punch with the breasts so they count against somebody else's weight. Do you have to roll a dex save on it? I'm not sure.
I certainly had to do a few saves against them, I can tell you, mate. Yes, absolutely. Well, I was almost sort of stifled, at certain points. Anyway, let's move on.
Yeah,
it's a bit too much detail about my past there. Anyway, yes, travelling. Lovely, great. Drink to it, I would.
I assume you are all escaping the blight.
Yes.
The blight.
Yes, the terror that is approaching us all.
The Whispering Tyrant.
Yes.
And his armies.
Yes, I was worried, sir. I up and left my shop. Sir, and now I'm just a traveling alchemist, making potions, with Jam Jam by my side. Isn't that right, Jam Jam?
Why did you make me inside out? The air burns.
Shh, quiet, Jam Jam.
He's funny, isn't he?
How did you make this creature? Brimbone's looking with interest at Jam Jam.
With my own blood and flesh.
Does it have sentience?
Yes, you can ask it questions if you like.
Jam Jam, are you kept in servitude to this alchemist against your will?
I am kept in life against my will. Please kill me. Release me from it. No, he's all right.
Oh, really? Brimbone's already got his hand on his dagger. Are you sure? Because I will, if it's freedom you wish, then I would definitely kill you for freedom.
No, I don't entirely know if I'm really alive or not.
Oi, you got to be grateful, mate. Do you know what I mean? Think about something that you're great. You're still breathing, and every day above ground, it's a good day and all that. You just got to check your privilege and you're breathing air in your lungs, even though it hurts. You've still got air in your lungs, haven't you? Really?
You're inside out lungs.
I think it's air against his lungs, isn't it? I'm not sure. It might be coming up with the same problem.
You hear a kind of a wet, sort of rasping noise from somewhere in his chest, and then breathes out again.
See, you got to be grateful. Disgustingly grateful.
Did you just tell a tiny puppet made of flesh and pain to check its privilege?
Oi, listen, you got to check yours, bruv. Do you know what I mean?
What?
Everyone's got to check theirs. Just make sure that they're grateful. Everything they got. I'm grateful every day.
I suppose there you are, Jam Jam. Just be chipper and grateful, and you'll end your own suffering and pain.
Yeah,
sounds like a good plan, mates.
You have a lovely meal. Talking to Jam Jam. You drink turnip ale. Any of you are particularly brave, you can try something called wagon grease, which is a sort of thick, black, sticky shot of alcoholic liquid that you can have, which you find out later is also made of turnips, but is much stronger. You have a lovely meal of seed cake and bread and turnips. There's like a turnip souffle. There's some roasted turnip. There's a vegan turnip option, which makes you wonder about the other turnip option on the menu. And the pudding is something that Dallin is very excited about, which is a sweet turnip porridge, which apparently is the local delicacy, and you're all served portions of that. Jam Jam kind of puts his hand into the bowl and just pulls it out with hot porridge on his hand. He just goes,
drop it, Jam Jam, drop it.
He just wipes the porridge on you, and then takes out some bottles and just mixes something and then drinks it. And goes, just sits shaking next to you.
This is what you get for giving the DM charge of your familiar
You
thing.
should have just voiced it yourself.
Yeah, should have voiced yourself.
Love Jam.
Jam.
Beelzebub's going to get up and go to the kitchen.
Okay. You make your. You go to the kitchen. You push open the door.
Keyvan goes, where are you off to, mate?
It's all right, Kevin. I think he wants his own private cutscene.
Well, all right. See you in a moment.
The inside the kitchen, there is a human woman, an older human woman with her hair tied back in a bob, not a bob, a bun. She's wearing an apron. She's quite old, and she's stirring a large pot of porridge. There is a goblin scuttling around. He's got one ear kind of bent slightly. He's got some glasses that are slightly twisted, and he's wearing servant's garb, and he's running around washing up pots. The woman turns around as soon as you walk in and says, "Hey, get out of my kitchen! What are you doing in here? I say you can come back in my kitchen. No,
Sorry, I just
it's in my kitchen."
Yes, I see. I just wanted to say I like your porridge.
Well, of course you do. It's my famous porridge.
Who is this fellow?
This is a fennec.
Hello, Finnick.
How you doing?
Yes. Anyway, that's it. Bye.
Fennec, get back to work. She throws a bread roll at Fennec, and he runs back and starts carrying on with the dishwashing.
And then I
Okay, you
go
make
back.
your way back towards the table.
So Drum,
what
next
did you
time
want?
you can totally interrupt his journey.
I take it back.
What did you find out, mate? What happened?
I just wanted to give my compliments to the chef.
All right, I'll see.
You normally
Did it seem unrewarding, or was it quite a good adventure for you to go in the kitchen there? Or would anyone kind of watching that kind of be a bit like, meh?
Yeah, coming from the man that always says, "What are you grateful for?"
Yeah.
Well, I was just being grateful for her porridge.
Do you know what? I appreciate you, mate. I appreciate you tenfold.
Well, there you go. We're all getting on very nicely. This is good, isn't it?
As Beelzebub returns to the table, you slightly bump into the waiter who is coming to bring some more turnip ales, who in turn sort of takes a step back and bumps into one of the other farmers, who falls forward and spills his turnip ale all over himself. The farmer turns around and goes, "The fuck are you doing?" He looks down at the waiter who just spilled the drink. The waiter starts to point towards Beelzebub, and then the man punches him in the face.
Hey, hold on, mate. What's going on over here?
I'd like everyone to roll initiative, please, because a bar fight just kicked off.
Yeah, boy.
And the farmers did not roll well. I can tell you that. Let's see if we can get more. Who's got over 20?
Natural 20.
A natty 20.
Natural 20.
All
Yeah.
right. So add your bonuses.
Yeah.
Who gets more?
26.
26.
25.
25. Okay. So, can anyone get 15 to 20?
19.
I got 19 as well.
19 and 19. Who'd like to go
These high
first?
rolls.
Go ahead, mate. Go
Okay.
ahead.
Beelzebub will go.
Go on.
Thanks.
Oh, wow. This is good. And Brimbone, what do you got?
7.
A 7.
Which is perfect because Brimbone sees this kicking off, sits back in his chair, sups his turnip ale, and ignores everything.
Still better than the farmers. Right, okay. So farmers start kick off all over the place. It's quite full, and there are drunken people everywhere. A few of them stagger towards your table and start squaring up to you. So each of you one of them, Uthgar, approaches you, fists raised. He says, "Hey, big man! Hey, big man! Ah, big man, big man!"
These are zombies of the Whispering Tyrant. He's here.
Uthgar just stands up to his full height and just punches him straight in the face.
Go
I'll try
for
to
it.
go for it.
Okay, so
Let's see if I can roll any better today.
what a rage.
Oh, yes. No, this is not enough to rage.
No, that's
He's amused by this rather than anything
Cool.
else. 24
A 24 definitely hits.
definitely hits. What is the damage for fists?
Damage for a fist
1d6.
is 1d. I think is 1d4
1d4. Okay.
plus your strength bonus, obviously.
1d4 plus my strength. That's 5 points of damage.
5 points of damage.
Puff.
And it's non-lethal damage. So you
Yes.
smack one of them in the face and he kind of staggers sideways. You've got 2 more actions.
I have. I'm just going to push the other one away. Because there was 2 of them, wasn't there?
There's just one.
Oh, there's just one. Oh, in that case, I'm just going to punch him again.
Okay.
Oh, it's a natural 20.
Another, you critically hit.
Shit.
Finish him.
Very good. Well, in that case...
You pull out his spine.
Yeah, that's 6 points of damage. Do you
points.
double... No, sorry, that's not correct, because that's 6 points plus there's doubled.
Yes.
But you double the 2 that I rolled on the dice, not the strength bonus.
No, you double both of them.
Oh my god.
Shit.
In that case, it's 12 points of non-lethal damage.
4 points of non-lethal damage. You hit him once in the face and then just smash him sideways.
Great.
One for the listeners at home. Took out some equipment. At least it wasn't your lamp for once.
Do you notice I deliberately put the table far away from
Yeah,
the
I
lamp?
can't reach
That's
the lamp.
actually...
I
No,
hate
I
that
know.
lamp.
So for those of us that have just joined us, Dan's got this thing with James's lamp.
Punches
We
my
recorded
lamp.
James's house, and
It's the kind of quality content you can get if you follow the regular Daily podcast.
Yeah.
You throwing bottles, John? We're not in a
Drums
real bar
just
fight.
Drum's just kicking off now.
brought it.
You smash the guy through a table and he just lands unconscious. He is not dead, don't worry. It's non-lethal damage. He's fine. He
Yeah.
will be all right in a little while.
And then
But you put him down.
this guy just goes and sits in the chair again. Starts drinking his turn of ale.
This guy literally comes up to you. You just stand up, knock him out with 2 punches, and then sit back down and carry on drinking.
Brimbone just puts his drink down and nods quietly at Uthgar without saying anything.
Bubba, you got a farmer coming at you.
Farmer coming at. So I'm gonna kind of. How many farmers are coming towards us?
I mean, it's kind of just a general melee, but like one has peeled off and is looking at you.
Okay, so as your man does that, as he hits him, Hathgar, right?
Yeah.
Huthgar. As Huthgar punches that guy through the table, Bubba's just going to stand up and just go, everybody sit the fuck down, or we will go to Funky Town on all of you. Do you understand, you bunch of farmers? Sit down, drink your drinks, or end up like this guy. Intimidation roll.
Intimidation roll.
It is 15.
15 will do it. You've intimidated the farmers. They are going to get minuses. They get intimidated 1, so they are taking a -1 to their dice rolls now.
Awesome.
They are frightened.
Can I just make a society check to see if we've already passed through Funky Town or if we're on the way there?
Unfortunately, Funky Town was in Last Wall and has now been consumed by the Whispering Tyrant.
I noticed a sad lute going do 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 do.
The exiles from Funky Town just looking all sad, but still
You got
pretty
2
funky.
actions left.
All right, so
These farmers are looking pretty frightened.
so they're pretty frightened.
Yeah.
I mean, so we're still in combat.
Yeah.
mode, so
yeah, the fight's not broken up yet.
All right. In that case, can you still hold your go in seconds?
Yeah,
I'm gonna hold my go with my talons.
He'll wait. Okay, cool.
Yeah,
Wait
flexed.
to do that. All right, Beelzebub.
Come at you!
Jamjan just shrugs.
14
Hits come at you.
with my fists. With my fists.
Beelzebub, get involved.
Oh, it's a 1d4. That is. Do you add your strength to the?
You add your strength
Damage.
bonus, to the damage.
That is 4 points of damage.
4 points of
Non-lethal damage.
4 points. Yeah, that's fine. It's all non-lethal in this fight. So you smack him on the, you smack him in the ribs, and he kind of staggers.
Come on!
sideways.
Come on, you little bitch!
Little nerd.
That's a 16.
A 16.
Sorry, because it's -5, isn't it?
It is.
Yes, 11.
So yeah, that's 11.
An 11 doesn't hit. He blocks your strike.
All right. Yeah, you got this one, but can you get this one? Yes, you did.
Ducks your other strike. Drummond. What's Kevin going to do?
Kevin is going to use some diplomacy.
Okay.
At this point, and he's going to look at all the farmers in the room. His hair's going to change to a soothing yellow, and he's going to say, "You're all right, mates. Don't worry. Calm down. You're all right, mates. You're all right. You're all right." Looking them all in the eye. "You're all right. Hands out. You're all right, mate."
Like Chris Pratt.
Yeah, sort of. Yeah.
Okay.
Or a little bit like someone else.
Oh yeah, someone else.
His name is Keevan Burvine, or Keeve Burvine, if you want.
Yeah, no, yeah.
Thanks very much. Yeah, thanks.
No, that was an episode ago. I didn't think you. I think you were going to explain it. It's like an Easter egg. Then he's pointing out.
We're really pointing at those Easter eggs, aren't we?
Yeah,
But they are still Easter eggs.
They are still Easter eggs. They're still Easter eggs, mate. Diplomacy. Whoop. He gets a 16.
A 16. Okay, you start trying to calm the situation down. The farmer who's looking at you kind of starts rethinking a little bit, and then turns around and punches the farmer next to him instead of punching you. You seem to have encouraged him not to fight you.
Right, okay. Oh, for fuck's sake, I'll kick him in the balls.
Can we? Is it a human farmer, by the way?
Well, I'm standing up on a table.
Yeah, it's
okay,
like
cool.
a drop kick off the table.
Yeah.
I mean-
I was like standing up on the table to do the calm down bit.
I'm never listening to anything you say again. Calm down, everyone. Calm down. He's not looking at me. Kick him in the balls.
Come in peace.
Calm this.
If you can't calm down, then I fucking can't. Do you know what I mean? Here we
for
go. All right. Oh, crikey.
Yeah,
You're going to feel that.
Yeah.
I think it's about a 20.
So go ahead and roll a d4. Add your strength bonus.
That'll be 5.
5 points of damage.
I say non-lethal. You might not have children. Unlucky, mate.
The guy approaches Keevan. Keevan sort of tells him not to worry. The guy says, "Oh, you're all right, mate." Turns to fight someone, and then Keevan just drop kicks him in the balls from the table.
He punched the other guy first.
He did hit the other guy, yeah.
And then I kicked him in the balls.
The guy kind of doubles over and goes, "Oh!"
That's right. Fucking stay down, all right?
Do you want to do anything with your last action? Coup de grace.
Yeah, man.
No, I'm going to do a little sort of tap dance, like a sort of. Anyone else? Come on in.
Brimbo, do you want to do anything?
Is there a farmer coming towards me?
Make a perception check.
20.
20. There's a farmer sneaking up behind you, holding a chair.
Bimbo rolls his eyes. Fine. And then the eye tattoo on his neck flashes and he casts sleep on him.
Okay. The man.
It's a fortitude. Oh, no, it's a will save, 17.
I will say 17. He fails. In fact, he critically fails.
Oh, right, okay, so he's definitely asleep. He's in the deepest torpor and he won't be woken up for another minute.
He stands up, raises the chair above his head, and then places it on the ground, sits down on it, and goes to sleep.
Well done. Brimbone continues supping his ale.
Carry on drinking.
Uthgar just nods at Brimbone in the same way.
And it's the farmer's go.
All right, so I'm going to jump in just before the farmers act.
So you've got a readied action. That's 2 actions to ready, so you can do a single act. What do you want to do?
So everyone's kicking off. I'm just gonna join in and
All right.
swipe the nearest farmer. That's 19.
19 hits.
Yeah.
So D4 plus your strength bonus.
So what we've learned is we can definitely fight drunk farmers, but wolves, no.
It's 5 points of damage.
You need to turn away from this this adventure and do something like a bit more like Roadhouse.
Yeah, man.
Roadhouse. What a movie. What a great movie. All right, so then the farmers have their go. They all fight each other. A few things happen. One of the waitress who's been serving you your drinks, she takes a mug to the face.
Oh, no. No.
And just hits the ground, and you see her just crawl for the door and scramble out the door along with another man. Another man just kind of ducking chairs and things, pushes the door open and runs off out of the fight. As the fight carries on, a farmer picks up a chair and goes after Uthgar. No, the big man. Big man. They're all Pokemon called Big Man.
Uthgar, I just feel like Uthgar's got like he forgot to get dressed and check himself. He's just got Big Man written on his back.
Yeah.
Like it's just a t-shirt. Like
It's only a 6.
No.
No. He basically, I think that's a critical fail, effectively. He swings a fumble, he swings the chair, and you just kind of punch the chair as it comes in, and the chair splinters, and he's just left holding a couple of sticks.
Nice.
Big man, big man, big man.
The one fighting Beelzebub tries to punch Beelzebub in the face.
Come on!
Natural 20!
Jam!
That's a critical hit. It's max damage. Really? Wow, alright.
I mean, I think you're going down like a bitch.
You take 14 points of non-lethal damage.
Whoa.
I think it's temporary though, isn't it? Or-
Yeah, don't worry. It's
Yeah, so it's...
so that goes. So you take that off your total, but it won't kill you. You don't start making death saves.
Right.
If you're knocked out, you're just knocked out.
That was a hell of a punch.
So I'm still on 14, but oh no, I'm on 15. But technically, I'm down to 1, right?
Yeah, to 1. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, but those recover after about 10 minutes. They recover
Right.
after a bit of rest.
Oh!
He gets punched, just crashes across.
Come on then!
And then,
After that.
and then the one who got hit in the balls picks up a mug and throws it at Kevin, and misses completely.
What you doing, mate?
It's all kicking off here. Dallon Battlestone is just enjoying everything. It's just eating his porridge, watching the fight go on, having a drink. It's Fulton would I love this. It is gonna be Uthgar's go. Who got a really frightened guy in front of you?
Oh yeah, he is a front guy. Oh, he puts down his drink again, stands up, punches the guy in the face. Maybe. Ooh, it's not as good. 13.
A 13. It will hit.
Oh,
They're just farmers.
yeah.
Definitely fighting farmers is the way to go with this.
That's 7 points of damage.
7 points of damage. He goes down. You just get up. He's knocked the chair out of his hand. Punch him in the face. He lands on top of the last person you punched on the face.
Creating a little pile in front of
A
you.
little pile. How far away is the guy who punched Beelzebub?
Beelzebub. Oh, he's like you can get to him in a couple of strides.
Okay, I just stride forward. I see they can take this massive hit.
Yeah.
This guy winces a little bit, walks forward, just punches the guy on the side of the head. Oh, yeah.
You
Yeah,
see
17.
17. Yeah, that gets him.
Oh, that's 8 points of
8
damage.
points of damage. So you see the guy who just punched Beelzebub, and you see that he had a turnip clasped in his hand. Dirty playing.
Dirty turnip.
You turn around, grab the turnip hand, and just punch him in the face. He goes limp in your hand, and you kind of toss him onto the pile of farmers.
I just look at Beelzebub and just nod.
Thank you.
At this point, with enough farmers down, the doors burst open, and a man with sort of scrappy yellow hair bursts in. He's holding a sword. He says, "Hold it right there! I'm the sheriff in these parts. What the hell is going on here?" Everyone starts to calm down as the sheriff moves around. He kind of starts pulling people apart, dragging farmers outside to have a talk with them. He doesn't really pay too much attention to you. He's sort of, this seems to be a fairly regular occurrence. You get the feeling this happens quite a lot around here. So he takes people out and starts to talk to them. And you all kind of Beelzebub, your injuries kind of gradually fade as you rest. And you get
Uthgar sort of helps him to the table and sits him down. Gives him a turnip ale.
He gave me a good shot in the old jaw.
Brimbone leers at Beelzebub and gets out his little kit full of mud and needles and stuff.
No, I'm okay.
Brimbone's really disappointed and puts him quietly away. Yeah, it's cool. You're fine anyway. It doesn't matter. Whatever.
It's a common occurrence here in Etran's Folly. There's not a lot to do for the farmers, but to drink and to fight.
Do they assault the women as well?
No.
I just
Where the hell did that come from?
No, because I
you
saw
asked
a
random
woman get a
questions.
mug to the face.
Hey,
Well, I
what
mean-
happened to her? She ran out in quite a hurry. Well, I suppose you would if you get a mug in the face.
That's actually quite a good point. I wonder where she's gone. And Kevan sort of steps outside to see if he can see her anywhere.
Yeah, you have a look outside.
Perception.
Go ahead, make a perception.
That was an unfortunate 10.
10, you can't see any sign of the woman or the man that left. You can't see any sign of them out.
I can't see
It's
him
pretty
outside,
dark.
mates.
No.
No, I'm sure they're all right.
Perhaps we should talk to the sheriff. That lady was innocent.
Well, I'm sure he'll come and have a chat with us. Why don't we finish our dinner here? Do you know what I mean? I think
Yeah,
I'm sure
probably
he'll
a nice-
pop round.
I
Do you know what I mean?
Sip our turnip juices.
Yeah.
Anyway, so as I was saying, I met lots of people on my journey.
That's a grid.
And one of them, she was absolutely insane. I mean, I thought she was quite, I mean, a good character to begin with. You know what I mean? But I mean, she was quite mouthy. A lot of expletives and things like this. I felt like she wasn't well versed with chatting with people. But anyway,
Love
as
his,
we
perception checks from everyone while this story is being told, please.
Anyway, as we're getting to know each other, I caught her with her. She wasn't wearing. She used to wear these bandages all over her, you see, and I noticed she was actually a drow, and I thought, you know what, I'm out of this.
You can roll the dice anytime you like.
We're only waiting for Drum to roll the dice.
Oh, right.
What we got, everyone?
It's a 12.
10.
10, 12, and 8.
22.
22.
18.
And an 18. So Beelzebub and Bubba, as this long story is going on, Dallin is happily enjoying it, and you notice him just go... and then kind of waves it off and carry on listening. But a couple of moments later, he coughs again, and then starts coughing some more.
Are you all right, son? What's going on?
It's just some indigestion, I'm sure. It's just a...
Are you sure, mate?
Are you okay?
Yes,
Oh, everybody, look.
He just tries to stand up and then slips off his chair and crashes to the floor. And now you can see that he is wheezing on the ground and seems to be struggling to breathe. He starts putting his hand to his throat, reaches up
Bloody
and knocks
hell.
the mug of ale over. He starts pulling himself back up.
Bloody, any clerics around?
Brimbone immediately has his kit out and kneels down to try and help Dallin.
What are you trying to say?
He looks like he's been poisoned.
Has anyone got any water? Some water in the house? Just a mug of water.
Okay, so you've got a bunch of options with medicine. You want to try one of them. Which one do you want to try?
I'd love to do that, but administer first aid, stop bleeding and stabilise. That doesn't help us here. Neither to treat disease because it takes 8 hours, neither to treat poison because I
Okay.
don't think it's poison, neither to treat wounds because he hasn't suffered any wounds.
Brimbone stands looking at his hands, not sure what to do.
Can I make a general medicine check to
Yeah,
sort
go
of
ahead, try and
apply-
work out what's going on here.
9.
9, you've got no idea.
I will look and see if I can work it out.
All
with
right.
my-
20.
20. You'd say it looks like his airway has closed up. He's not choking on anything, but it looks like his throat has contracted and he's not able to breathe. He reaches up and puts a hand to you, goes, and then collapses onto the ground. You see his eyes roll back in his head and a foam form around his mouth. And a moment later, he convulses one last time and lies completely still.
Does no one have any water?
That's where we leave it for tonight. I hope you enjoyed day 2 of Gen Con. We'll see you tomorrow for some more of this. Yeah.
Woo!
You killed my brother! You piece of shit! Off-screen death as well.
In a world of heroes, villains, 6 British actors will come together to play Pathfinder. It's sort of like D&D, but also really not like D&D. Join Fulton.
I immediately regret this decision!
Caragor.
Oh, I see you, Kenneth.
Velda.
Behold my arcane powers!
Shania.
Yes, I've cracked the case!
M.
No, kill him.
And the Dungeon Master, for an actual play podcast that takes adventure seriously. Available on iTunes, Spotify, Google Play, Stitcher, and from DangerClubPodcast.com. Danger Club, let's roll.
God, doing that voice hurts.